Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl in your face while you're sleeping. When we go to amusement parks like Disneyland, we imagine that it's all fun and games, right? Like there's no way that anything could possibly go wrong. Well, that is until you've tried out some of these insane water slides we'll be showcasing in this video. My question is, just who was the inspection engineer who proved some of these mad death traps? I mean, you're practically playing Russian roulette with your life when you try out some of these insane water slides. Not only can you fall off the edge, but also get stuck or even collide with someone else while going down these adrenaline-boosting nightmares. Keeping this in mind, let's take a look at 10 of the most insane banned water slides that honestly you shouldn't even risk your own life trying. Number 10. CALYPSO Water Park, Canada. It was all fun and games in Canada's CALYPSO Water Park until the authorities had seen enough of all the blatant disregard for human safety. In fact, in 2015, the water park was slammed with up to 20 charges, touching mainly on safety issues. The water park was found guilty of 6 of these charges. One particular charge that really undermined human safety was that the park had a dangerous slide called the steamer slide, where a number of revelers had received minor injuries after going down the death-defying slide. Number 9. AQUASPHERE, Peninsula Aquatic Recreation Center. If you really want to know the meaning of a death wish, then the AQUASPHERE is certainly the water slide that embodies these words. It's quite terrifying due to the long, winding bath, which has brought all sorts of problems since its conception. In fact, because of the risks associated with these water slides, the park has had its fair share of complaints because of people suffering some pretty intense injuries. But if you're the daredevil kind, then this water slide might just tickle your fancy. Number 8. Shoot the Rapids, Cedar Point. Yet again, we have another water slide where you're basically just playing Russian roulette with your life. Only this time, you have the benefit to go in as a group. Riders get to go down a massive slide while on a raft, with up to 10 people fitting on it. It is so dangerous that it once bagged the title for having one of the worst injuries and incidents in waterslide history. As the ride was being pulled up to the top of the hill, it accidentally malfunctioned, sending the raft hurtling back down the hill before flipping upside down. This led to 10 riders receiving serious injuries as they were stuck in their seats, trapped underwater with no way of coming out. Number 7. Black Hole at Wet n Wild, Orlando. Despite all its infamy, I still wonder why anyone would want to try out the Black Hole water slide. Even from the name itself, you can tell that this water slide is basically a death trap. It has been the subject of controversy and target of several lawsuits, all brought forth by people who were severely injured while sampling the ride. In fact, one injury was so bad that the man in question had to have a series of metal plates fixed onto the back of his neck just to live another day. Ouch, now that's gotta hurt. Number 6. INSANO Water Slide, Brazil. As one of the tallest water slides in the world, you have to have the guts of a cowboy in the Wild West just to ride this bad boy right here. Clocking an impressive 41 meters in height, which is about the same length as a 14-story building, it's no surprise that a number of revelers have had some serious injuries riding this death trap. Can you imagine the terrifying experience of sitting in a ride that's going over 65 miles an hour toward the ground? I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of guy that would have a heart attack right there and then. In fact, the ride is so steep that it barely touches the slide, so you end up floating in mid-air through most of the ride. That's the closest thing you'll ever get to flying like Superman you'll ever get, people. Number 5. SAHARA Sidewinders, Wisconsin Del Water Park. With a name like SAHARA Sidewinders, you know that the outcome is a do-or-die situation. Indeed, this water slide is like looking death right in her eye socket and saying, "Hello, you want to be my friend?" This insane death trap is marketed as the only indoor slide with loops in the whole of the United States. While that might sound like a lot of fun, it turns out that the engineers in charge of the project did not consider the complexity in making sure the slide is completely safe. This led to the water park being sued in 2011 when a teenage boy was severely injured while riding the intense water park. Number 4. Cannonball Falls, Action Park, New Jersey. Cannonball Falls had a fantastic run during the early 2000s, when it was all the rage among teenagers and young adults alike. However, because the number of people sustaining serious injuries was rising exponentially fast, the water resort had no option but to close the water slide down in September of 2015. But considering that the ride itself ends with a gut-wrenching 10-foot drop into a pool, it's easy to see why 6 people were severely injured during one season. Number 3. VERRUCKT water slide. Taking the world record for the world's tallest water slide, it's easy to see why this death trap makes it as the 3rd title in our video. Towering an impressive 17 stories high. You must surely love death-defying experiences if your plan is to sample this water slide. In fact, it has one of the saddest histories, having claimed the life of a young, unsuspecting boy who was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Unfortunately, 10-year-old Caleb Schwanz was catapulted off one of the water slide's rafts and decapitated while on the VERRUCKT water slide in August of 2016. The sight was so terrifying that the slide was rightfully shut down because of this insane horror. And now we've come to the best pick of the day. Can you imagine going down that hellish death trap of a water slide? I don't know about you, but I would definitely not feel confident about going down this health hazard. But hey, if you're one of those few people who live for that adrenaline rush, then this water slide is definitely your cup of tea. Number 2. Geronimo Falls Action Park. Geronimo Falls no longer exists, but when it did, it was considered one of the most extreme slides of all time. This was mainly because of how steep the water slide was. In all honesty, the incline was completely insane, and slides today don't even have this level of steepness. Well, for obvious reasons. Long story short, a lot of people were being thrown through the air and hitting the slide surfaces, badly injuring themselves. Number 1. Cannonball Loop Water Slide. Can you imagine building a water slide that's so dangerous that it does not end up being open to the public? Well, it was rumored that the Cannonball Loop water slide built in 1985 was so dangerous that the owners never opened it all the way. Apparently, all the dummies that were used during testing were decapitated, prompting it to be closed down for good. Thankfully, it never got the chance to take the life of some poor soul. And with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. So, which one of these banned water slides freaked you out the most? Let us know in the comment section down below. Once again, thanks for watching our content. And don't forget to subscribe to Mind Read Gang to get your daily dose of mind-blowing content.